The Phoenix Suns have come out recently from being one of the worst teams in the league to almost making the playoffs. So what has been happening that the Suns have been so good, and what started these events from occurring? What's up, guys? I'm back again. So today we're going to be talking about the Phoenix Suns, how they've been so good recently, and what started that, and what the future holds in stock. So Phoenix did not have the greatest start to the year and only won 26 games before the NBA shut down due to the pandemic. The NBA saw Phoenix's record just good enough to make it into the bubble, but Phoenix knew that it wasn't done there because they would need to win every game in order to make the playoffs, and the teams better than them would have to lose 2 to 3 games. And so the Suns were ready to take on this challenge. And Devin Booker said that he was finally done with missing the playoffs and decided that he would need to start leading the team properly this time. So the Suns accomplished their goal. They went 8-0 in the bubble. But unfortunately, they didn't make the playoffs still. But the Suns still got a great future ahead of them. And I bet even next season, the Phoenix Suns will be able to make the playoffs finally. So I don't think it's completely a loss for the Suns, because I think this just proves how great they've built a team around Devin Booker and how strong the core is now. But why don't we go back to where the Suns actually made the playoffs? Let's rewind, shall we? So the last time the Phoenix Suns made the playoffs was in the Steve Nash era. So when Steve Nash and Amar'e Stoudemire were both there, the Suns were one of the top teams in the West and were a true contender for a title. One of their biggest contenders and rivals were the Los Angeles Lakers, led by Kobe Bryant. And that Suns team was really good and all, but they were never able to get past the Western Conference Finals. They made several attempts and made the Western Conference Finals about 3 times, but just fell a little short. Now let's fast forward to about 2014. The Phoenix Suns are currently starting to rebuild at this time. And they had good building blocks in Goran Dragic and Eric Bledsoe, both guys trying to get that starting caliber point guard role. And so they both competed, and they both ended up actually switching almost every other game or so, whether Bledsoe or Dragic would be the starter. And they had a pretty good season that season, and it surprised everybody that the Suns actually made a 9th seed and just barely missed the playoffs. But once Isaiah Thomas came in, the Suns had 3 starting caliber point guards, and that really ruined everything because Dragic, after the season, demanded a trade from the Suns and was eventually traded to the Miami Heat. Then the Suns realized their mistake and they traded Isaiah Thomas to the Boston Celtics. And then 2 years later, Eric Bledsoe publicly commented he didn't want to be in Phoenix anymore and also demanded a trade, and he was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. But the good thing out of all of this was that the Suns were able to draft their future All-Star, Devin Booker. And Booker really was the bright spot on the team, and he was one of the biggest reasons why Phoenix was actually still getting noticed in all of those years. He was a bright young talent, and even in his second year, had a 70-point game against the Boston Celtics one night. And the Phoenix Suns knew that he would be impressive. Their next job was just to get some good talent around and surround Devin Booker with that. in order for them to make the playoffs. But unfortunately, in Devin Booker's first 3 to 4 years, they were not able to get him much help at all. And they weren't able to get him to the playoffs because of that. So the Phoenix Suns were desperately looking for something because they had made some draft choices that didn't turn out to be great, and they weren't able to make any trades or signings that ended up turning out well. So the Suns did not finish well in the 2017-18 season, and that was probably one of their worst seasons in franchise history. But the Suns were able to land the first overall pick. And with the first overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns had select center DeAndre Ayton. And DeAndre Ayton, in his first season, or his rookie season, was already a Rookie of the Year candidate and had finished third place in Rookie of the Year voting. And he really helped Devin Booker bring buzz to the Phoenix Suns. And the Suns had then, the next season, or the season after that, were able to sign Ricky Rubio and then also trade for players like Kelly Oubre Jr., Dario Saric, and Miles Bridges. So now that's where the Suns are today, and I'm hoping in the future they'll be able to pick things back up again. So thank you guys for watching my video about the future, the past, and what's currently happening about the Phoenix Suns. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like button and maybe even subscribe. I will say, guys, I'm sorry for not uploading this next video in the past 3 days. There had been a schedule delay, so I wasn't able to do it, but we're hoping to get videos out now either once or twice a week, depending how hard the videos can get or how long they will be. So, thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one.